Hey, you're watching the New Orleans Saints fan show on Fan Media Network. A.B. Bhakta here alongside former NFL player and LSU tight end Harold Bishop. Harold, how are you doing, buddy?
A.B., I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Beautiful weather here in Tuscaloosa today. Another national championship trophy in the city of Tuscaloosa and down on Bryant Drive. Man, I tell you, man, it's electric around here, man. People are partying everywhere.
I hope people are partying over in New Orleans, too, last Sunday, as safely as they can right now, obviously. Hoping for the best for the Saints. That game, let's just dive right in, Harold. That game against Chicago Bears last Sunday, 7-3 going into the half. Now, myself being a fan, just watching this team since I was a little baby, it was a little nervous. You know, the hopes for this team have been so high, at least in the last few years for sure. And the disappointments that the team has faced in the playoffs, to say the least. This game was really one that should have been in the books early on, but at least they were able to come back in the second half and really dominate. What did you see in that game that stood out? How were the Saints able to put pressure on the Bears in that second half?
Well, I mean, the Saints have an incredible defense. I won't even name players, but their defense is stout. All right, so the Saints are known really as for their offense, but their 43 defense, the 4 in front, the 3 in back. One particular person that I remember is number 56. He makes plays all over the place. And then the guys behind them are the secondary, and they're stout. And so, A.B., what I see, man, is I see a team that can play both offense and defense and special teams as well. And when you have all three rolling for you, man, you know, great things can happen at any point.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a good start. Fortunately, it was the Bears that they played, and the Saints were able to take him down, especially later on in that game. Demario Davis, his birthday was just a couple of days ago. And speaking of birthdays, this seems to be a good week for the Saints because it's Drew Brees' birthday later this week. He'll be 2 years old, playing 43-year-old Tom Brady on Sunday against the Buccaneers. So the third matchup of the season between the Saints and the Bucs. These are two teams that have really progressed throughout the season differently, right? You saw the Saints off to good starts early on, and the Buccaneers have been on and off, but their defense has been stout, and Tom Brady on a mission, I think, to say the least, right?
Right. Well, I tell you, man, the Saints have been stout from the jump. I mean, they've been solid. They've had the same quarterback for 10-plus years, and they're just a well-oiled machine. The Bucs, however, had a season where they got rid of some people. They picked up a new coach, they got a new quarterback, they got another tight end. They already had a tight end, O.J. Howard, that's probably at this point in his career better than the Big Gronk, and I'm sure he would admit that. But the Bucs were building their team. You know, they were building it, but because they had so much synergy with Tom Brady, the coach, and Coach Arians, what he did was he kind of gave Tom the control like he had in Tampa. And so Tom, I'm sure, in the staff meetings, I'm sure he's in the OC meetings, and then they meet as a team, and then an offense, and then a defense. And so what you're seeing is somebody with an accelerated growth curve as far as football is concerned, Tom Brady, and him being able to get everybody on the same page.
Those are good points there, Harold. All right, so which team has more pressure, do you think? The Saints have beat them twice in the regular season, and the Bucs are looking to, you know, take a stance here, prove themselves in the playoffs. Personally, as a fan, I get anxious, I'll admit, especially a Saints fan, I'll tell you. But which team do you think has more pressure heading into this game on Sunday?
Well, I'll tell you right now, it's obvious. It's the New Orleans Saints. After you beat a team twice, okay, you showed them all your cards, okay? Tom Brady and the Bucs are just now starting to figure out what cards they're going to throw to try to win the hand. And so to beat a team twice and then to beat a team the third time is incredible pressure.
Definitely is. I'm feeling it. I'm just a fan. You know, you're a former player. You felt that pressure before. You know what it's like down there on the field. I'm looking forward to the game. I mean, I got my gear ready. I got myself ready. That time is blocked off for football. Last Super Wildcard weekend. I know you were watching football all weekend, right, Harold? I mean,
Absolutely.
It was quite the weekend. And this weekend, it should be just as exciting. I'm hoping the Saints get the W, dude. There's not really much else I can ask for from football right now. You had the national championship. You're in Tuscaloosa right now. You saw Alabama win the national championship. I'm hoping you, Harold, just being where you are, surrounded by all these good vibes, can somehow help the Saints. What do you think?
Well, I'm rooting for the Saints, man. I'm rooting for the Saints, but I'm also rooting for the Bucs. All right, let me tell you why. Because the Bucs are the first National Football League team. Mr. Culverhouse and Sam Weiss, the front office, they drafted me in the 3rd round of the 1994 draft. So my allegiance is to the Bucs first as a professional.
That's fair.
I want to see him do well. However, man, I'm a Louisiana guy, man. New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, the surrounding areas. So I got to go with them Hoodats. So I'm definitely going for the Saints to get the win. I think they're a solid team, and I think they can bring another Super Bowl to the city of New Orleans.
Yeah, I like what I'm hearing from you, Harold. And you were almost drafted by the Saints, too. We'll have to save that story for another day. But for now, Harold, hey, man, thanks so much for joining me on the New Orleans Saints Fan Show. For everyone else watching, if you're interested in joining, just hit us up. This is A.B. Bhakta and Harold Bishop signing off on the New Orleans Saints Fan Show on Fan Media Network. To host a fan show or appear as a fan on a fan show, simply create a profile on Fan Media's iOS app or website. Select your teams and make a short intro video on your phone. Show hosts, reporters, former players, and superfans can use our Get Verified feature and make an intro video as well, and our mobile newsroom staff will reach out.